It took me almost dying to stop and go, hey, this isn't worth it. Being big is not worth dying.
You're taking drugs, you're trying to get bigger and bigger and bigger, and you're getting sicker and sicker and sicker. That's bigorexia.
I'm not a morning person.
Dedicated to being passionate about it.
Bodybuilders have become more lazy.
People have always thought I lift fake weights.
Iran and the United States.
You take responsibility for that. Can you take me through your exercises, generally speaking, per body part? How many different exercises you usually hit, and how many sets and reps do you do?
I typically do, depending on the workout, 5 to 6 exercises per body part. I train. My off season was training very bro split, one body part a day. Now it's a few days I'll do like shoulders and biceps and then chest and triceps. So I'm hitting arms twice a week, and I'll add in some like a little bit at the end of workouts. But typically it's 5 exercises per body part. And when I'm training it, the first compound movement, if I'm doing, typically I start with a compound movement, and then I'll only do about 2 working sets, with the second one maybe having like a drop set or something like that. And then moving forward from there, I'll usually have one isolation movement where I only do 1 working set, and it will be like a crazy amount of volume within that set. It'll be like a heavy beginning with some forced reps from my training partner, and then like a double drop set just to completely kill the muscle. And I believe when you're adding so many intensifiers to one set, you don't need to do multiple sets of that. Just let your body chill. You don't need to do that much volume. So typically I'll move on to other things, and I like doing max 3 working sets. If I do 3 working sets, they're normally just 3 normal sets till failure. If I do 1 to 2, that's when I'm adding a bunch of intensifiers. Like I've been training with a training partner all the time now, and we're really big on kind of forced reps and controlling the negative a lot. So for example, yesterday I was benching, and then we moved on to Smith machine bench press. And when I would fail, he would pick the bar up and let me lower it, and then pick the bar up and let me lower it. And I got an extra 10 reps of the negative like that, which training alone I wouldn't be able to. So
basically you take every set to failure, right? So that can be, how many reps is that, like, you think? Over 20, obviously, right?
I mean, if it's the ones that are straight to failure, like if I'm doing 3 sets, it's normally 8 to 12 in there. But for that Smith machine bench press we did like probably high 20 reps, like 28 reps, maybe almost 30. Yeah.
It's interesting. So it's like high intensity workouts.
Exactly, a high intensity, high volume. Yeah.
I think that Dorian Yates used to do it that way.
Yeah, he did. Mm-hmm.
That's crazy. So what is your typical day like? What time do you usually wake up? You know, do you do fasted cardio in the morning before you eat? How does take me through your schedule?
Yeah, so I wake up maybe 8 a.m. I try and, whatever time I go to bed, I try and get a minimum of 8 hours because I'm really big on my sleep. And then I go straight down and I do my morning cardio. And then I typically eat breakfast right after that because I'm starving. Go shower, kind of get my stuff ready. And then I'll have some work I got to do on my laptop. Everything's online right now. So kind of running some businesses and back end stuff like that. Then typically eat another meal. And then by, I don't know, late afternoon when I eat my third meal, I always train after meal 3. I find that's when I have the most energy in the day. And when I show up to the gym at like 3:30, it's not too busy, whereas 5 p.m. the gyms always start to get busy. Come home, eat again, kind of chill. I'll do a second bout of cardio right now because of prep at the end of the day, and call it a night really. But it's really, my life in the last 3 or 4 months has been extremely bodybuilding oriented. This is one of the hardest I've pushed my off-season food and everything, and I found just making the food, eating the food, and then getting tired from eating all the food, that's all I could do in a day. Like I was eating so much food, I would just be like, okay, just get ready for the next meal. And that's just all I did. So I kind of left a lot of stuff behind over the summer to focus really on bodybuilding, which I found helped me a lot. My training was better than it's ever been, and I believe I had the best off season I've ever had. So
what is your typical meal like during the day?
Super basic. Like my meals range from chicken and rice to chicken and fish to sweet potato and chicken, pretty much. It's not very basic foods, what you would expect a bodybuilder to eat.
What about cardio? How many minutes you do of cardio, and do you do like a treadmill or do you do elliptical?
Right now, just because beginning of the prep, we're still 13 weeks out. I do 25 minutes in the morning and then 25 minutes post-workout. And then on leg day, I'll do 15 minutes of stairs. And that's just something my coach has put in this year new, which he did for his prep, and he found it added a lot of separation to his legs, doing stairs after legs. And for my regular cardio, it's typically just I have a treadmill in my basement. It's just a brisk walk on an incline for 25 minutes.
And what would be your number one advice to physique men's physique competitors in classic division? What would be your number one advice how to succeed in that division and how to follow your footsteps?
I mean, I don't think there's anything too specific that goes towards classic or men's physique. Classic, maybe work on your posing a little more compared to others, but in all bodybuilding, it's going to be the same. It's going to be consistency and something I personally believe in. Love what you do and have fun with it. Because when you start to force things too much and just like, of course you got to do a lot of shit you don't like, but if you at the end of the day you're not happy doing it and you don't love doing it, you're not going to do it to the best of your ability, and your body is not going to respond the way it should. I keep saying this, I'm a big believer in how connected your mind and body are, and how your mind will control not only how your body acts, but how it physically appears. And in a physique sport, that's obviously hugely important. So if you're at peace with your mind, you're calm, you're happy with what you're doing, you don't have stress or anxiety and stuff like that, your body will follow along with your goals and your work ethic, and everything will kind of follow along. And of course, that all comes through the basic of every bodybuilding rule is consistency.